Hey guys, cleanblade here, bringing another Pokemon TCG Online deck profile. Today we are going to be looking into Pain Amplifier Bronzong. Basically for a DCE, we put 3 damage counters on each of our opponent's Pokemon that has any other damage counters on it. So yeah, this is going to be the whole concept of the deck. We run Fortress and Dusknoir to go around with it. So let's just jump straight into the deck profile. We are running 3 Shaman EX with setup. Sky Return can be an attack every once in a while, but we usually don't use it. We mostly use it for the setup ability so that we can get a lot of draw out of it, and basically that's the only reason why we run the Shaman. So we run 3 of them. We're running 3 Pineco just to evolve them into Fortress. We are running 3 Fortress with Thorn Tempest. Now whenever we evolve into Fortress, we get to put 1 damage counter on all of my opponent's Pokemon. This goes really well with Bronzong because then we can attack with Bronzong's attack, Pain Amplifier, and we deal the 30 damage to all the Pokemon that just got their damage counters put on them. So that's why there's a lot of synergy there. Now moving on, we are running 4 Bronzor. Bronzor is just needed for Bronzong. If you guys have the one with 70 HP and 3 retreat, I'd run that. And yeah, basically because we do run Heavy Ball and it just makes the deck more consistent overall. But I don't, so we are running this one with 60 HP. It has a little bit higher HP than the other one, though that one has 50. So yeah. Moving on, we do run this Bronzong with Pain Amplifier, and that's it. We basically just attack for a DCE. We really don't use Knockaway at all, but we do every once in a while. But the main attack is Pain Amplifier, and we evolve the deck around it and getting it off consistently. So moving on to another support Pokemon for Bronzong, we are running 2 Duskull, 1 Dusclops, and 2 Dusknoir. We're running Dusknoir with Sinister Hand, which allows us to move our damage counters around anywhere we want our opponent's Pokemon. This easily allows us to take KOs when we need them, all sorts of stuff like that. It's really needed. It really helps the deck accelerate, and it just picks on those big EX decks that just like to sit there and do nothing but absorb damage and all this. And Dusknoir really punishes that. They have to kill you quickly because of Dusknoir, otherwise you just build up so many damage counters that they can't do anything, and you just win automatically in a turn because you get out of Dusknoir and rotate and take 6 prizes, if that makes sense. So that's why Dusknoir is so good in this deck, and that's why we run 2 of them. Moving on to the item cards, we are running 2 Heavy Ball. This allows us to grab Dusknoir, Fortress, and Bronzong because they all have 3 retreat, and that's all the Pokemon they can grab. Now if you're running the 3 retreat Bronzor, this Heavy Ball will be able to grab it, and then you cut one of the level balls that we're running and run another Heavy Ball for that, I'd say, just so you guys know. Then we are running 2 level ball. Level ball is really good in this deck. Allows us to grab Duskull, Dusclops, Pineco, and Bronzor, all basic Pokemon that we need. It's just really good, so that's why we run the 2 level ball. Then we're running 2 rare candy, just help us with the Dusknoir, get it out easier, all that stuff. And if we find it, we find it. If we don't, we still run a Dusclops just in case, if that makes sense. Plus, if a Dusclops gets prized, we also have rare candy to get our Dusknoir. That also makes sense, and it also helps a lot. So yeah. Then we're running 1 Startling Megaphone. It's just really good against Garbodor matchups, stuff like that. We kind of need it for Garbodor, and yeah. That's basically the only reason why we run it. Then we're running 2 Switch, just in case if the Lysandre or something out into the active that we don't want active, we can switch out, and it makes our life a lot easier. Then we're running 4 Ultra Ball, basically the biggest staple in the game. Ultra Ball OP, and yeah, nothing more to be said about it, just 4 Ultra Ball. We're running 4 VS Seeker. We do kind of run a heavy supporter line because we do run cards like Bridget and stuff. So yeah, we're running 4 VS Seeker. As I said, we are running 1 Bridget. It allows us to grab 3 basic Pokemon and just slam them down onto the bench, so we can grab a Pineco, Duskull, and Bronzor all in the same turn, or we can just grab a Shaman EX if needed, if that makes sense. Basically the only reason why we run Bridget. Then we're running 2 Chorus. Chorus is just really, really good. It's really consistent in this deck, so when we run Skyfield and we usually have a big bench, Chorus is just MVP, so that's why we're running 2. Then we're running 1 Lysandre just in case if we need to Lysandre something out, maybe give them a dead Pokemon active, stuff like that. Lysandre can be really helpful for things like that, so we do run the 1. Then we're running 4 N just for card draw, just in case if we draw dead hands, we have the N to get us out of sticky situations, so that's why we're running 4 N. Then we're running 3 Sycamore, just for pure card draw. That's all. Sycamore just helps us with consistency overall. We can discard one card, draw 7, and that just helps so much. So that's why we're running the 3 Sycamore. Then we're running 3 Skyfield. Skyfield is really, really good in this deck. If our opponent stacks any Pokemon on the bench because they don't know what they're versing, Fortress punishes them, and Bronzong really punishes them, and it puts so many damage counters down. It really hurts, and that's why Skyfield is so good in this deck. You could choose to run Laser Verbank. I just don't think it's as good, so that's why we're running Skyfield. Now for our energies, last but not least, we're running 4 DCE. This is for Bronzong. Basically only reason why we run DCE, and we're running 3 Metal Energy just for Bronzong too. If we could get away without attacking, we would, but we can't. Plus the Metal Energy allows us to use Knockaway, or we can even use Fortress's attack with Iron Crash if we really, really needed to. But you hardly ever see that scene. It doesn't do much damage. It's just basically like Beartic's attack, where it's not seen very much anymore. But thank you guys so much for watching this deck profile. If you guys liked the video, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you guys disliked it, let me know. And yeah, let me know what you guys think on the deck. Play test a little bit, all that stuff. I'll probably bring you guys some video on this deck in just a couple days. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys.